Let's say that you have a 3D printing business and you make these SpaceX rockets here, the Starship, and you're good at doing this. Like, you have the skills to make this, you can make it good, but how do you actually sell these things online? I'm going to show you how you can do your 3D printing business, make money doing it, and be able to sell these things online. What do we need? Well, first, we need a way for people to see it, right? We need a way for people to know that these are even available, right? Then we're gonna need a logo, we're gonna need a brand name, all of that stuff. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I would take a cool picture of this thing, multiple angles, so we can give it to AI as a reference. I would just get a bunch of shots of this from different angles, all right, so that they could see what it looked like. And you would take really good pictures of it. I'm just taking these quick like this because it'll still work out. Then I would drop these just straight into the computer. Okay, so I'm just gonna airdrop these pictures. Whenever you're working with AI, if you can give it references, this is the key. The more context or the more examples or the more anything that you can give it like that is gonna help you tremendously. Now that these are on my computer, I'm going to go down here to quick actions because my phone puts it in a high efficiency format. So I'm just gonna convert the image to JPEG. Then since they're all highlighted, I'm gonna right click and rename these, and I'll just put Starship example product. Okay, and then it renames them all and it puts 1, 2, 3, 4 after them. All right, cool. Usually I would just throw those in a folder too, okay? So we could just new folder, and I'll just say Starship 3D printing biz. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to give it those references, and we need to come up with a logo, and we need to come up with a name. Okay, so let's do that. And I use Chat, I use Claude. It just depends on, you know, what I'm doing. I just try them all. ChatGPT is pretty good with images. So I'm gonna add images, go to that folder, select them all, drop them in there. And before I do anything, I want it to create a product sheet for this thing. Multiple angles on one sheet with a light gray background. So create a product reference sheet that I can use of this rocket that I'm going to sell online. It's 3D printed and it's just a model with a light gray high contrast background. I'm just gonna be simple with that. Normally you could take that prompt right there and you could put it over in, say, Claude or another ChatGPT window and say, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. What should I ask you so that you make this perfect? Or here's the prompt that I'm starting with. How could I actually improve this prompt or make it perfect so that it gives me what it is that I want? See, people don't understand that you can literally take anything and AI will save you the time. Back in the past, it was really hard to get anything made or done because you had to be some sort of like Photoshop genius or video editor or something like this, or you had to be some creative copywriter and thinker. You don't have to be like that. It gave us this awesome image. So you notice how it like did a really good job with creating a reference out of all this because I gave it all the different looks on it. Now we've got this design right here. And with that, now we can create a name and a logo because it has something that it knows that is the core product. So I'm just gonna save that to the computer. So now I'm gonna use that reference to create things from. Take this reference that you just gave me, and I need you to create a business name and a logo that is fitting for a company that sells 3D printed Starship rocket, just like the one in the image that you created for me. So that's basically the prompt. You know, you used to have to get real prompty. You used to have to really know what those prompts are. I'm telling you, it does a great job now. It'll get it done. As soon as this pops out, what we're gonna do next is we're then gonna take it and we're going to create a landing page for this thing so that we can have a landing page that sells it. I can have it tell me what the prices would be. I can have it AI go in and look up, hey, models like this that are this size, this spec, you know, what is the actual price that things like this are selling for? And I would go off of the value, right? And again, you can do this with any kind of business. You could be selling a product like this. You could be selling a service. You could be selling an online product, like a digital product, your digital service. AI will save you so much time. That was the big problem though. In the past, people just couldn't even think about what to do. They couldn't even understand, like, okay, I've got this business. I want to sell this thing. I'm really good at making it, but I really suck at the sales and marketing part. And that's what got a lot of people stuck all the time, was those things. And now that's gone with AI. So check this out. It came up with the font that we would use, the brand vibe. It even gave like an example of what this website could look like. Built to inspire, made to display. Orbital Forge. That's awesome. Like, what a cool name. Look at that logo. That's sweet. Premium 3D printed rocket models, brand positioning. Orbital Forge creates premium 3D rocket models designed for collectors, space enthusiasts, and professionals. Engineered with precision, crafted for display, built to inspire. Most people wouldn't come up with this on their own. And instantly, we've got something here, right? This is literally a 3D model that I bought online, and I just thought, wow, let's see what we can do with this. Gives us our color palette, crafted with care. Think about how long it would take you in other circumstances, in the past without AI to even create something like this. And you probably wouldn't even create something this good. Let's go ahead. I'm going to save this. Now we're going to build a landing page for it. So it's got a lot of our references and everything in there. I still give it the stuff. Okay. So add photos. I'm going to give it this. Whoops. I'm going to give it this here and this product sheet like that. Okay. So open. And then I'm going to say, now I need a landing page that will sell this exact rocket here. I want you to go out on the internet, do some research, and find out what are 3D printed rockets like this selling for. And then I want you to position ours as the better one. And I want it to be more of a premium sale. I want to, quote unquote, sell to rich people. This is the guy that makes good money or something, and he wants an expensive, like, real model in his office that, like, when people come in, they're like, whoa, that's awesome. So think about that. But go out there, do that research, find out what things like that are selling for, then build a landing page so that I can start driving traffic to it right now. Tell me the price point, just make everything perfect so that this thing will sell starting from day one. This is a single page landing page, and go. So I'm using this whisper flow. It's like WISPR, I think. It's spelled a little different. But then I can just hold down the function key on my computer, and I can talk to it like it's like you're talking to your phone to send a text message. So let's go ahead and put that prompt in there. And again, I uploaded references, the product sheet and also the brand sheet like that. So I'm using ChatGPT right now. It's GPT 5.5, and I have the intelligence on high. So I'm just going to let it go. And I'm just mainly in here because most of them will do a great job. I would probably do the final stuff over in Claude, to be honest with you. And then I would use ChatGPT as, my image generator. Or I use one model to talk to another. I'm like, hey, if I want ChatGPT to do this, Claude, what should I say to it to get it to do it? Or vice versa. Hey, Chat, I'm going to be talking to Claude. What should I say to Claude to get it to do X? Okay, so that's kind of, and you could use any of the models, right? And again, this kind of stuff is what takes people forever. And in most cases, they just never do anything because of this stuff. Like, they literally just buckle, shut it down, and then that's it. They don't do anything. So it went on and it found actual, first of all, it's like $249 launch price, then move it to $299 after the first 100 units. It's a premium Starship-inspired desktop rocket model for builders, founders, engineers, and collectors. Cool. So it's selling it on more of the premium side, but it also went out and found like other ones that you can buy and things like that. And it shows that, the positioning here is most people are saying, oh, this is just a 3D printed rocket, where I'm saying, here's what ambition looks like on your desk. You see the difference in value? I wouldn't have come up with that, but it did. Very cool. Now, it gives you an example page here. I'm going to pop this open. Okay, let's go see what we got. Right away, it gives you a page. Now, you could send this off to a builder and just have somebody build it for you. You could also just have this turn into HTML. I can literally take this, go right into, I use Systeme.io, put this into HTML, and then I just copy and paste it, put it right in there, and then instantly we've got a landing page. So I would then go build this landing page. It's already built, totally cool. It's got all the stuff on it that you need: premium finish, desk reference, detailed engine bay. So it does all this stuff, not a toy, an office artifact. It's awesome. Like right here, you have it. Like you can start driving people to this, and you can, if I click on the FAQ, it goes to the FAQ. Compare. I can go to details and then order now. It would just click this button. We'll link that button to a PayPal, a Stripe, something like that. So we've got that. Now let's create some posts for this, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I've got this little thing. It's called capture entire page. I would take this and I would capture this entire page, and I just wanna give it as a reference when I talk to it about creating social media posts for me. So I'm gonna go back to that file that we've got going. I'm gonna save it there. I'm gonna say landing page reference. Okay, save that. All right, excellent. Now what I want to do is I want to have it create some social media posts for me, okay? I'm going to upload these references again. Even though they're in there, even though it would pull them from the chat, I just like to keep the consistency of giving it all the information it needs ahead of time. So I've given it all the reference here, and now I want to say, create a image that I can post on social media, let's say Facebook, and let's make this on the awareness level. There's the 3 levels of the customer journey. Make this the awareness level. These are people that don't even know that we exist at all. They don't even know that they want one of these things. Create a social media image that is going to attract that person, and then create the actual copywriting that will go with that post as well. So I can take the image and I can post it. And we're going to be linking them to the landing page. And I've uploaded the product sheet, brand reference sheet, and the landing page, so you have all that stuff to use to create a social media image. So you see how I'm talking to it. I'm just telling it what I want, right? Now, once it gets this first image made and this first bit of copywriting made for us, then we have that as like a structure. And then we can say, hey, what about somebody in the conversion phase? And then, hey, what about somebody in the decision phase? And we get references that we can use for each one of those phases of the customer journey, so we can take them from awareness to consideration to decision, or in other words, buying. So once we have them in that position, and once we have the AI understanding, here's our reference images, here's our marketing material, then you can simply go to it and say, I need another one for tomorrow or for today. Hey, it's more towards the evening. Can you gear the copy to go more towards somebody in the evening? Can you gear the copy to somebody that is a construction worker? Can you gear it to a teacher or a lawyer or an engineer or anything that you want? And you get to fish out there. Think about it as like, this is like your digital tackle box, and you've got a wizard in there that'll create any lure that you want. All you have to do is talk to it. You have to literally say to it, hey, I'm selling this thing. Here's my landing page. Here's my product page. Here's my brand sheet. I want to attract people to me. What kind of post can I do? It'll go in here, create the lure, and you just cast it out there, right? If you see something working, do more of it. So in this case, what it did is it created an incredible image, put a rocket in the room. Pretty awesome. I like that a lot. Notice how it even made it in the right size and everything. A premium desktop display built for founders, builders, and space lovers. Meet Forge 1. Pretty awesome. Made for display, built to inspire precision engineering. It's got an exact image of what we had here. I mean, it's incredible, right? Orbital Forge. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have that, of course, I would save this. This is an awareness image. I want to constantly build the flow of awareness, consideration, decision, because people have to go through those things in order to actually buy something, okay? All right, so we've got that in there. Now I want to say, create the copywriting that would go to that image. Use storytelling, use all the greatest copywriter methods, and make sure that you're just using proven copywriting models. But again, I'm going to be using this image that you just created for me, posting it in Facebook, and I need this to read nicely. I need it to be for an awareness level, piece of content, and it causes people to want to engage with it as well. I try to talk to it. I try to give it context. I try to think of who would possibly be seeing this. And you could always ask, what's the customer persona for somebody that would buy things like this? It'll scour the internet and figure that out. So let's see what it has here. Here's your Facebook post copy I'd use with that image. This is built for awareness. We're not selling yet. Not hard selling. We're creating curiosity, and we're making the right person think, wait, I kind of want that. which is exactly what that is. Post copy. Now imagine you're gonna post that image that it just made and you're gonna use this copy. Notice like I've done nothing, just some clicking and some asking. It says, most office decor is boring. A plant, a framed quote, some random bookshelf filler, maybe a fake leather notebook that nobody opens. But every once in a while, you walk into someone's office and see something that actually says something. Not in a loud way, not in a try hard way, just enough to make you stop and go, okay, that's cool. That's why we created Forge 1, a premium 3D printed rocket display model made for builders, founders, engineers, space lovers, and anyone who wants their office to feel like they are building something bigger than themselves. It's not a toy. It's not some cheap plastic desk trinket. It is a conversation piece. The kind of thing that sits on your desk and reminds you, think bigger, move faster, build the thing. And yes, when people walk in, they're probably going to ask about it. That's kind of the point, okay? We're putting together the first run now, and if you want to see it, I'll drop the link below. Or just comment rocket and I'll send it to you. And then it gives us a shorter version here. And then it gives us a more premium version. I'm not going to read them, but we could. And then it gives us its pick, which is the shorter version. And they say to use that one first. It's cleaner, it's faster, feels, more like a normal Facebook post. And then the premium version is better for email or landing page section. For Facebook awareness, you want curiosity first, not a full sales pitch. Kind of think about like trying to pick up somebody at the bar. You don't go there and tell them your whole life story. You just go there and you pique their curiosity. You buy them a drink. Then you go on dates, or another word, follow up with them, emails, follow up, stuff like that. We want to get engagement. We want to get this thing in their feed showing up so that when we do the consideration or the decision post, it takes off and rolls. Now, let's look at the shorter version since that's the one that it suggested. Here's the shorter version. Most desks say nothing. A laptop, coffee cup, a few papers, maybe a plant fighting for its life. But some people want their office to feel different, like ambition lives there. That's why we made Forge 1. It's a premium 3D printed rocket display model for builders, founders, engineers, and space lovers. Not a toy, not clutter, a real desktop conversation piece. Something that makes people stop and say, whoa, where'd you get that? We're opening the first run now. Just comment rocket and I'll send you the link. Here's what's cool. Let's say that this is the only one I've ever made and I've never sold it before. I can at least validate my offer here. I can go out and see, do people comment rocket? Do people like it? Do they react? Do they engage? That will tell me if I need to go harder on this or if I need to adjust and fix something. So there you go. So we've got the image now and we've got the copy. And all I have to do is tell it, do another one for tomorrow, do another one for tomorrow, do an email. Here's what people are saying. How do I respond back? You could take their comments, respond back to them using ChatGPT. Here we went from nothing to grabbing something off of my shelf, pretending we're going to sell it. We created a brand, we created a product sheet that we can keep using to sell this. It's amazing, it looks awesome. We created a social post, we created the copy for it. We could go on to create emails, we could go on to create videos, the whole 9 yards. I hope this shows you how simple you could do this, and you could do this with any single thing that you want, and you could start selling it immediately. Like today, we could start selling that. That's the power of using AI to grow an online business. So all the things that used to mess with you and screw you up about doing this stuff, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You can just start selling. I ran an agency and I've sold online courses. We still do online coaching. We have masterminds, all that stuff. And the biggest problem everybody had was simply that. The tech, creating the images, creating the marketing, creating everything. And now you have zero excuse. All you have to do is have the desire to want to help somebody solve a problem or help somebody have something awesome that actually fulfills them and that they want. Use this machine now that you have at your fingertips. For literally $20 a month, you have access to a wizard that will give you everything and anything that you need to start selling the stuff that you care about and that actually helps people. And, I have a lot of friends that they're really crafty. They can build, home audio speakers, or they're incredible wood builders or something, and they've never got to make money from doing what it is that they love because they let the computer side or this sales side or whatever stop them and not allow them to fulfill their dream and fulfill the things that they want to sell. And now you can actually do that. Hope this helped you. Let me know down in the comments what you think, what questions you have. Matter of fact, why don't you put your brand idea down there, or the thing that you want to sell that you've always been scared to sell? Put that down in the comments below and I'll pick one of them and we'll build a brand around it. And then I'll send you all the stuff and then you can get to work on it. Okay? Hope this helped you. I'll see you in the next video.